What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. So, I did a video a few days ago about dealerships losing their licensing or, losing their franchise agreements. And then I get an email. And, I'm on the road, so I'm not monitoring the email, right? But I get an email from this person who claims to be an attorney. Come to find out they are an attorney from the state of Washington that evidently represents the owner or operator of said dealership. Basically saying, like, we're going to sue you for defamatory statements and this, that, and the other. You guys know me. I don't say anything unless I back up the information from multiple sources. And my sources come from Stellantis directly, namely factory representatives, manufacturer reps, and other people involved in the business. So I think, unfortunately for this attorney, and I get it, an attorney like this is probably not used to dealing with a YouTuber that has worked for 21 years in intelligence, holds a security clearance, and has classified contracts at a military installation. So it's not something they probably see every day. But needless to say, I didn't respond to them at all. I handed it off to my attorney. You guys know I reached out to my sponsors. So I hit up, I sent an email over to Morgan & Morgan about it because they're one of the larger sponsors. And then I also, you guys know David. That's my company attorney. He handles all my DOD contracts, stuff when I have to, in the rare instances that a contract or something happens, it has to be, there's like testimony at Congress or court or whatever, that's the attorney I use for that stuff. Anyways, he contacts them and, basically says, tells them, like, basically get out of here, man. And they go back and forth. I read the whole thread today. They go back and forth. And in the meantime, this is why it's so important to know your opponent, right? In the meantime, I do what I do for a living, and I just start digging into the background of both the attorney and the supposed owner of the dealership. And boy, did I find all kinds of interesting, very, very interesting things. Oh my God. So much so interesting that I believe that there was some behavior there that required me to end up talking to the Washington State Police's Criminal Investigation Division. And I basically passed over everything that I was able to find to them. And I know you're going to say, well, TK, why would you do that? Well, we all know, for you guys that have been following me for a long time, I'm Petty Roosevelt. If you took it, and evidently this attorney did do this, they took the time to find out an address that is not public at my office on a military installation that does classified work. So evidently the attorney was telling my attorney, well, we could just sue you in Washington State. No, you can't, unfortunately, because you reached out to a DOD contractor at a classified address. Unfortunately, that's federal now. The jurisdiction will be federal. But needless to say, my attorney hasn't heard anything back from them. Once I got the other information I was waiting on, and I'm not going to get into details on it yet, but needless to say, and now I know why the dealership is where it is. Now I know why the decisions were made. Public information, by the way, evidently, according, and I got photos. Some of you guys went over there to that dealership and actually took pictures of the floor plan company, which I've been told is Ally Bank, picking up all the vehicles from the dealership. So, my thing is this: I don't do the lawfare thing. For me, you guys know they call me Petty Roosevelt for a reason. You know, I'm not the person that you want to play games with and send threatening emails to, because I'll just dig into you, find out anything that you've done that's not appropriate, and then destroy you. Now, I didn't have any personal beef with the owner of this dealership before I reported the story, which was reported at multiple places before I even reported it. But when you take the time to mess with me, and now I have to have a conversation with people on base, you know, security-wise, on why there is mail or a letter or a cease and desist letter coming to a classified address, yeah, that's a problem. So, needless to say, my attorney hasn't got any more communication from their attorney. I don't think there will be any more communication. And to be honest, if they're smart, there won't be any more communication. And I'll just move forward with my business and what I do, and let the chips fall where they may. You know, I also had a long conversation with the landlord of the property. I've talked to, like, when I tell you, like, what I do for a living, as an intelligence person, you follow up everything about the person, that whoever your target is, right? And when I mean target, I don't mean it in a way of like harming a person, but you want to get as much information as you can about somebody, and that means talking to exes, ex-wives, all kinds of stuff. Okay, and I did all that, and I was, public records. I was shocked to find out what I found out. That said, I know you guys are like, TK, you should publish it. You should publish it. You should publish it. I could, legally I could, because it is newsworthy. But I'm trying to give their counsel and this woman that runs this business a break. Maybe I'm getting soft in my older age. Some of you guys have said that. But I'm also at the point where I'm also kind of like, could I, you can't even, I don't even want to get into bills and stuff with this person's dealership, but do I want to spend this person into oblivion in legal fees? I could, because I don't pay for mine. Most of my stuff, especially because it was, reached out to me at the installation, my legal fees would be covered. Between, my sponsors, Morgan & Morgan, and David Webb PLLC, I wouldn't have to pay legal fees. And we'd just see who wants to spend more money. I don't think that person's firm wants to do that. I also don't think that the owner, the current operator of the dealership, even though it's closed and the inventory has been taken, wants all of that other information that I've dug up to be public either. So maybe I'm becoming more diplomatic in my old age. Maybe. But who knows? If I hear anything else, and to be full disclosure too, last night when I finally got the public records information I really wanted, and I found out some of the things that I found out, I told David, I said, just cut off communication with them, and you can tell their counsel if they want to have a conversation with me, I'll go over it, because as of this morning, I told them last night, I said, as of this morning, I'm talking to the Washington State Police, and I'm going to turn over everything I have to their criminal investigation division. I did that. I hate to do it. I hate to have to do stuff like that, but it's like when you do this, if you come for me and I haven't done anything incorrectly, I have nothing but time. The same way I'm able to travel and go race my cars and do all this other stuff, outside of the times that we're at war or something and I'm working and I'm doing a defense contract, you guys see I got nothing but time. You know, nothing but time. I'm the wrong person to be messing with. But anyways, I digress. But anyways, wanted to give you an update on it because some of you guys were asking me what I did with the video, and the video is set to unlisted. I did that at first under advice of counsel, and but now that I know the full story and what's going on here, and I have there's a, well, I don't want to talk about the bank, but there's a representative from a bank that's supposed to reach out to me today to talk about this as well. It's so crazy how people will just tell you everything, and all you have to do is ask the question. People always ask, like, how are you able to dig up all this stuff so much, TK, and do what you do? It's literally just asking questions. They either give you the information you want or they don't. But you're not going to know if you don't ask. Anyways, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping, at least for the landlord of the property, that they don't get screwed, but it's looking that way. I'm hoping that, you know, somebody else gets in there and they're able to reopen it as a Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealership. We'll see. I guess it depends on if the owner of the place sells it or figures out what's going on or whatever. But I have a feeling, and it won't be me that reports it first. I'll wait for the local news media to report what's going to happen there. I have a feeling there's going to be some breaking news happening at that dealership here shortly, especially now that the Washington State Police are involved. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And like I said, stay tuned. From where I'm at with it at this point, you know, barring the local media doing, like, the local TV station going there, or local media covering it, or state police making an arrest or something, I'm not going to comment on their dealership further. Though that said, if they do reach out to me, contact me, say anything to me, send me anything else in the mail, do whatever, I'll just dump the entire dossier. We'll talk about all of it, the whole thing, from the attorney to the client. I'm 100% on board with it. Don't care. So let me know what you guys. I know you're gonna be like, do it, TK, dub it. And it's bad. It would 100% affect the ability for them to sell that business if that's what they're trying to do. But oof, I don't think where I'm at right now with the conversation I had with the Criminal Investigation Division for the Washington State Police this morning. I don't know what's going to happen there now, because I'm not the first person to talk to them, evidently. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, like I said. And as always, stay petty, my friends.